Foni Bondal, no, sorry, it's not Bondal. Sorry, Aro. Kansala, yes, Foni Kansala. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I know Honorable Speaker, I just want to say that it's important that the Special Select Committee have done their job and presented the report before plenary, which we are looking at, and the recommendations equally have been very clear. And the Honorable Member for Sandu have made my interventions easy because he have touched on the local government and agriculture. I will not belabor talking about those two areas. I'm happy that the chairman of the Special Select Committee is back, and in his report he made mention that the committee did not have the opportunity to meet with MOPSI, but it would have been very important for the committee to meet MOPSI, because we are all aware that there is kind of an education system taking place in the country with the use of radio and TV. And this is supposed to serve the entire Gambian students. But as opposed to what obtains, this is not the reality on the ground. It would have been important for MOPSI to be engaged and MOPSI further explain how did they come up with the conclusion of using TV and radio to conduct lessons for students. Because if you look at it, it's not the least fair that you have a certain sector of students in this country enjoying that privilege, another sector not even knowing what is happening. I don't know whether plenary would create room for the Special Select Committee to have a day or two with the Ministry of MOPSI so that we get the feedback from them. How did they reach this conclusion? It's very important. Honorable Speaker, I want to look at these two scenarios, which for me are also very important. The Special Select Committee, in their report, they have made mention of the discussions they had with the Gambia Christian Council and the Gambia Supreme Islamic Council. Their observations were raised, but in the recommendations, I did not see it captured what the Special Select Committee would have recommended as per these two religious bodies. Just like the member for Sabah Sanjal and other interventions earlier stated, the time, particularly, let's say, for instance, if it is the Friday prayer, scholars are saying there is a possibility that people can converge in mosque to observe Friday prayers at not more than 30 minutes. In fact, in some cases, some are saying in 20 minutes it can be observed. So if the committee is recommending for the extension of the opening of markets with the physical and social distancing and all what's not, it's applaudable, provided the enforcement will be taken into consideration. Again, what stops us from ensuring that these two religious denominations, the Christians and the Muslims, also have time for Fridays and Sundays to worship? And again, I saw in the report, if I am right, where it is stated that Gibos, no, is it Gibos? Yes, Gambia Bureau of Statistics, can come up with a standardized mask recommended. Yes, Gambia Standards Bureau, sorry, Gambia Standards Bureau can come up with a recommended standardized mask, face mask, that could be used for worshippers. And again, we avail them the opportunity of ensuring that they have hand wash facilities within all the entrance to those places of worship, and again, have hand sanitizers as well. If that is something to be considered, I would not hesitate to throw my weight on this recommended 21 days as per the resolutions of the Special Select Committee. Where that does not happen, I wouldn't mind being the only person to object for the increment of the state of public emergency, even for a single day, because it's very important. Honorable Speaker, again, I will commend the efforts of the Special Select Committee, because if you crisscross this South Bank route, you see a fleet of foreign vehicles coming into the Gambia day in, day out, in their numbers. So you begin to wonder, how secure are our borders? And these people are not using where we call porous borders, but they are using borders where we have our security men and women. What is happening? What kind of goods are they bringing in and out of the country on a daily basis? This is something that also needs to be considered. I think here we want to call upon the Ministry of Interior and Defense to partner and ensure that when we say borders are closed, we mean borders are closed, or we mean closure of borders. Or we cannot just say borders are closed and the next moment we see vehicles flying in and out of the country. It's like when I listened to the health minister talk about the most recent cases that they were from Senegal. Through which entry point did they come into the country? And we have a host of Gambians stranded in Senegal. I remember the last time I made mention of it here. What can we do looking at our relationship? Some of them, as we speak, are completely stranded. They are out of pocket. They don't have money. They want to come home, they cannot come home. Again, I want to re-echo. What can the government do using our relationship with Senegal in ensuring they facilitate the homecoming of Gambians that are stranded in Senegal? It's very pathetic when you talk to some of them. Honorable Speaker, again, I will not belabor on the relief package because yesterday we had the opportunity to engage with the NDMA, the Gambia Red Cross Society. They have given us, the Health Select Committee, enough information and enough evidences as to why the relief package is delayed. That's why I will solve that one. But all I want to say is, as for our engagement with the NDMA, I, as an individual, I made mention, and I will say it here, that listening to the presentation by the NDMA, the manner in which the food package is to be dispersed, it is completely transparent. Very, very transparent. I am convinced beyond reasonable doubt that there will be no foul play. Because I took time to make clarifications, to ask questions as much as I can, and based on the explanation and the methodology in which they are going to apply in the disbursement, the whole process is transparent. Honorable Speaker, again, the youth. Go to our football pitches in the evening. You begin to wonder what is happening. All football pitches are engaged. Youths are playing football just like anything, any normal thing, forgetting that it is not only affecting churches and mosques and markets, but in fact, there is more physical contact in football pitches. So what are we doing to that effect? What are we doing to that effect? There is one culture that the Honorable Chair of Health can attest to, and some of the colleagues I interact with. I tell them that there is this culture that I hope and pray that post-COVID-19, the Gambia will adopt it as a culture. And that is what? Regular and constant hand wash. It improves our personal hygiene. That is one beauty that me as an individual appreciate as far as all the WHO recommended standards are concerned. Because I took an example, I take the example from my own home. When my kids and other kids that come into the house wash their hands, after a few minutes, I go and look at the bucket. You see the nature of the water. So had this practice not been done, it means all this was going to go into our system. So that is something that is why I said it's a culture that I only hope and pray that as Gambians, we will adopt it for the rest of eternity. It is very, very, very important to our way of life. Honorable Speaker, I came to the Parliament and like the only odd person here, but very comfortable. Comfortable in the sense that we had a discussion with Red Cross and our chair reliably informed us that here we are and the entire Parliament was fumigated. So I feel I am safe, I am not at risk, and as a result, I am very comfortable to be in the manner in which I am. But I can see how other colleagues are struggling. Even the Honorable Minister here and there, I will see him pull it down, take it up, pull it down, take it up, because it's a strange culture. But over time, we will get used to it. On a more serious note, Honorable Speaker, again, let me re-echo. Sorry, before I conclude, Honorable Speaker, the Honorable Health Minister is here. Yesterday, I challenged the NDMA, but they have their reservations. I said, why can't we introduce the temperature testing during the disbursement of the food relief? Because I believe it's an avenue where the frontliners can also use that opportunity to be testing people's temperatures rather. But they have their reservations, but I am still maintaining my stance that it's important for us to do that. The 21 days by the Special Seller Committee, like I said earlier on, Honorable Speaker, I will echo. On consideration that these places of public worship are also given the opportunity, even not on 5 daily prayers, but at least every Friday and every Sunday. If that is something to go by, I will throw my weight on the 21 days. If not, I would totally, and I repeat, totally opposed to the increment or extending the state of public emergency even for a single day. On that note, Honorable Speaker, thank you for